After creating a DoS protection profile, you must add it to a DoS protection policy rule. Browse to Policies, DoS Protection. Notice there are no default policy rules. Click Add to create a new policy rule. In the window that opens, type a name for your policy. Then click the Source tab to configure the traffic match criteria. Under Type, you can select either Zone or Interface. If you select Interface, then specify the source interface of the traffic to match. If you select Zone, then specify the source zone of the traffic to match. To further narrow the traffic match, choose one or more IP addresses or one or more source users. To use source users, you must configure the User ID feature. Then click the Destination tab to add more traffic match criteria. The choices on the Destination tab are similar to those on the Source tab. You can specify a match by the destination zone or the destination interface. You can also specify one or more IP addresses as the destination IP address. What you cannot do is specify a destination user. Then click the Option Protection tab. This tab enables you to specify specific protocols and ports to match. In our example, we'll match on any HTTP traffic to port 80 or HTTPS traffic to port 443. This tab is also where you specify the action to take on the matched traffic, which includes applying your DoS protection profiles with their traffic threshold settings. You can deny all packets, you can allow all packets, or choose Protect. If you choose Protect, then you can choose to limit traffic using a specified DoS protection profile. You can specify either an aggregate profile or a classified profile, or both. If you specify both profile types, then the aggregate profile's limits generally should be greater than the classified profile's limits. If you specify a classified profile, then you must specify one of the following options. The source IP only option means that each source IP address is individually tracked for rate limiting. A typical use case is when you do not want any host on your network to initiate a DoS attack. Do not use source IP classification for traffic sourced from external networks. The firewall does not have the capacity to store counters for every possible IP address on the internet. Instead, define a DoS protection policy rule that classifies traffic using the destination address of the internal server that you are protecting. Selecting the destination IP only option means that each destination IP address is individually tracked for rate limiting. A typical use case is to protect web servers or DNS servers in your network. Selecting the source dest IP both option means that each source and destination IP address pair is tracked for rate limiting. When you are finished, click OK and be sure to commit your changes.